In this movie, I'm going to show you several different ways you can add ratings and labels to your files with Adobe Bridge. Right now, I'm in the default workspace view of Adobe Bridge, and I have some pretty small thumbnails here. You can see that this image already has a 5-star rating on it. The first way to add ratings to a file is to use your keyboard and do Command 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. If you're on PC, it would be Control 1 through 5. So if I select this next image and do Command 5, I've added a 5-star rating to that particular file. I can go to the next one, do Command 3, go to the next one, do a Command 4, and so on. If I scale my thumbnails up large enough, I'll move them out of this abbreviated view where I don't actually see the 5 individual stars, I just see an abbreviation. But if I go down to the thumbnail scaler and make them large enough where I can actually see the individual stars, you can see I can also now add ratings just by clicking underneath an image. So if I click where the 3rd star is, I'll just change it to a 3-star rating. If I click to the left of a star, I can turn the rating off. I can select multiple images and change them all at the same time by clicking where the star rating I want them to have. If I want to label them, rather than Command 1 through 5, I have Command 6 through 9 to add a color label to them. So if I did Command 6 or Control 6 on Windows, they're red. Command 7 would be yellow. Command or Control 8 is green, and so on. It's a toggle, so if I want them to not be labeled anymore, just do Command 8 again, Control 8 on Windows, and it'll take away that green label. Another place that I like to do my rating, and sometimes labeling as well, is actually during a slideshow playback. If I go to the View menu and choose Slideshow or Command or Control L, this puts me in a nice full screen environment where I can maximize my preview. If I press the letter H, I get an on-screen help command where I can actually see some editing commands. I can just press 1 through 5 or 6 through 9 during the slideshow playback to assign a rating or a label. What's nice about this is I don't need to use an additional modifier key. And again, I get a larger preview to make better judgments on. So I'll press H to get rid of that on-screen help. Use my arrow key just to go to the next image, and I can just start typing 5 to make that a 5-star. And you can see the on-screen rating changes. I'll make that one a 5. Go to the next one, make that a 3, go to the next one, and so forth. I'll just keep adding the ratings that I want. If I want them to be labeled, I can press 6 for red, 7 for yellow, and so on. I'll make this one a 5. Go to the next one, we'll make that a 3, make this one a 2. And again, I'm just pressing a number on the keyboard. I can keep going through. When I get to the last image, it'll automatically exit out of the slideshow for me, or I can just hit Escape, and that will take me back to the Bridge view. You can see everything I did in the slideshow has now been updated here in the lightbox. Once you've got files rated this way, there is one other way before I show you some filtering. If I press the Tab key, that hides the panels off to the side so I can maximize my screen real estate here. There's also a shortcut for going to the film strip view, and that actually lets me see my thumbnails in a strip, and I can use my arrow keys to go left or right or the next thumbnail as well, and do Command 3 here as well, or Command 4, and so on. So I can do it in slideshow view, in this film strip view, or just regular in thumbnail view. I'm going to go back to our default workspace by clicking this shortcut button here, and that takes me to an area where I can see the filter panel as well. Now that I've added labels or ratings to my images, I can filter my current folder by these criteria. So if I click on the 5-star rating in the filter panel, it's only going to show me the 5-star images in this particular folder. If I click on 4 stars, it'll add that to the display. Or if I click on 5-star again, it'll only show me the 4 stars. So it's whatever ones are checked. Clicking them just toggles them on and off, and I can just gradually add to what's being displayed by clicking on the criteria in the filter panel. So hopefully now you've seen how easy it is to add labels or ratings to images, and how quickly it is to filter your view based on those choices after you've done so.